So at this point, I've swept away all the extra of the Perfect Pearls, and I've swept it off onto a scrap piece of paper. I don't reuse that because it becomes a party mix. It's too many colors that are mixed together at that point, and I like the definition of color. I don't know if you can tell from these shots, but I've got some green up here, mostly gold, and then it kind of fades into red. You can still see on the dark cardstock that we've got a little bit of sheen to the paper now, and I just find that that adds just the overall luminescence of the Perfect Pearls. The perfect medium that we stamped with is enough to keep these permanent on the page when they dry, so you don't need to mist this with water unless you want this small spattering to stay. If you want that to remain permanent, then yes, a light mist of water, and I usually try to prime my mister by pumping it a few times elsewhere till I get a nice fine mist coming out. And then once you've sprayed it, you can just set it aside to dry, or you can speed it up using a heat tool, and then it's ready for cards or scrapbook pages or as a journaling spot. Some people have asked if the perfect medium gives you a long open time to work with in this particular technique, and you do have to work somewhat quickly. Especially if you've got absorbent cardstock, you can see that your image will begin to dry, and then of course your powders won't stick. So once you stamp, you do need to work somewhat quickly to apply the powders on. You can then take your time in brushing off the excess.